Steven can't cook. Today we're making Hủ Tiếu Nam Vang, which is a southern specialty of Vietnam. And you can find it here and there in California. Some not so great. But Hủ Tiếu means the small rice flat noodles that you commonly see in pho here. And Nam Vang means Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia, the neighboring southern country of Vietnam. And it's best enjoyed dried with the soup on the side, but you can also enjoy it with the soup in, and it's served a touch differently when you order it dry versus soup in. But either or, they're both delicious. Homemade chili oil, some homemade pickled chilies, and you got yourself a delicious bowl of hủ tiếu. We're going to start off with our broth, which is the longest part of this recipe. Pork marrow bones. And I'm going to have some chicken bones, chicken carcass bones. I got this from the Asian market. You can just do the pork, but if you can get the chicken bones in there, it'll bring another level of soulfulness to the broth. So we're going to parboil it first. Cold water, bring it up to a boil for about 15-20 minutes. Wash it clean because pork and chicken are very dirty. And then we're going to transfer it to our main pot with that high quality H2O. So it's going to be kind of a 50-50 pork and chicken broth that we're working with here. Next, we have our fresh aromatics. I have a small daikon, small carrot, and we have 2 shallots. And this is kind of the secret here. This is dried squid that you can find in the fridge section at any Asian market. And it's just going to add another layer of natural umami to the broth. So get all that in. And you're going to want to skim as we go throughout this process. It's going to be about 5-6 hours of the broth boiling. Let's get our seasoning going. We got some salt, rock candy, and some mushroom seasoning. You can use chicken bouillon powder. Get everything in, and we're going to let this low simmer for 5 to 6 hours, and our broth will be ready. But you're going to want to constantly skim the scum off because it still is dirty, and you want it clear like that at the end. Gelatinous, clear, full of flavor. Next up, we're going to get started on our toppings, which is the best part about this dish. A lot of toppings, depending on what region you eat it from. Some people add squid and wontons and all that good stuff. But today, I'm kind of go with the most basic you're going to find. We're going to start off with our ground pork. It's just going to be like a minced pork with some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and fish sauce. And that's it. That's our ground pork. Just cook it until it's done. And we're going to set this bad boy aside. Next up, we're going to start on our pork belly. We're going to break it down, take the skin off, and cut it into little cubes because we're going to make our own chicharrones, which adds a nice crunch to this dish. And we're going to just boil the pork belly and slice her up for the protein. So just render it in its own fat. It's about an hour and a half to get to the crunchy texture that we want here. And the pork belly, we're just going to boil till it's cooked through and thinly slice for our protein. We have some shrimp with the tail on that we're just going to boil, rinse, super easy. And then this is our homemade chili oil that we're going to add some hot avocado oil to. It's crushed chili flakes, garlic powder, and gochujang paste. And that's it. Super simple, clean. And the quail eggs, I get these in the can. It's just salt, water, quail eggs sitting in a can from Vietnam. And that's it. We got some green onions and the pickled jalapenos. I didn't show it in this video, but you can watch my short here. That shows you how I make my pickled serranos slash jalapenos, whatever you want to enjoy. And it's time to eat. We have our hủ tiếu noodles. We have a little bit of bean sprouts that we're going to blanch. Hot water, just rinse it out real quick so it cooks down. And this is the special secret sauce for the dry version. It's Maggi seasoning, not soy sauce. And they use this to kind of season the noodles if you're getting the dry version. And soaks up all that flavor. Very unique flavor. Try to get the one that's made in Europe, not the Chinese knockoff one. And we're going to add all our toppings. We got our ground pork. We have our quail eggs. We have our shrimp. Our thinly sliced pork belly. Or thickly sliced. We got our green onions. And that's it. Serve with the broth on the side. And this comes with the pork marrow bone. We call it si wat in Vietnamese. And tender, delicious, gelatinous pork bone to accompany our dish. More protein, more soulful. So good. Look how clear that broth is. Just absolutely crazy textures and flavors. One of my favorite dishes to have all time. And yeah, you can just add the broth as you go. Drink the broth as you go. My mom would add the broth like halfway. She'll turn it into the soup. So you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And don't forget to add your chili oil and your pickled chilies. And that's, if you go to a place that has the chili oil and the pickled chilies, you know it's going to be good. Look at that cartilage and tender meat falling off that bone. And this is the dry version, but you can also serve it with soup. Served a little different. They don't add the seasoning. We don't add the chicharrones. You don't get the soup on the side. It's much more simple and plain, in my opinion. And in this household, we both, Kim and I, like it dry version. I think the majority of the public and Vietnamese people like it dry.
And chicken bones.
And yeah, here it is. Again, lunch is served. We got our si wat for me. And Kim doesn't really like to eat that stuff, so hers come with the daikon and the carrots. And thank you guys for watching. Almost New Year's, almost Valentine's Day. What shall we cook?